Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Elsa. I just wanted to share something with you. Right now I just completed my first academic presentation within almost 2 years now. I did it online actually for this conference in Lahore, Pakistan. It was a very interesting experience, not too much of an audience really, but it was a great sort of run through of my research. I have been investigating for the past decade or so on Afghanistan. I just wanted to share my initial observations about this experience. First of all, the timing is just so off, and I don't think I can do 3 a.m. presentations. It just doesn't work for me. I tried to sort of keep my schedule in such that I would be able to communicate and whatnot, but in addition to doing that, I also didn't have my slides well done, and it just kind of reminded me of my years in school really. So I realized I absolutely have a long way to go to sort of master these academic presentations. And it's funny because I've done so many of them over the years, and I still cannot get to the point where I can feel comfortable with it. I think the problem with this is I didn't actually do a run through, and I didn't actually do my best in sort of cutting down my slides and making my slides as clear cut as possible. So I had a great experience, and the important thing is that I went through it, because really, I even messaged one of the organizers, and he's probably really angry with me right now, but I even messaged him saying that maybe it's not a good idea that I present, and I was absolutely right. It wasn't very well done in terms of the presentation, but I do have a second chance on doing the same research and expanding the work in about a month. So there's a lot that I can consider and explore with the research prior to the next presentation. And I think this is how you have to do it. Just because you've bombed one time does not mean that you can't that it's not going to go well the next time. So I think my issue is that I didn't actually I didn't have an ongoing sort of work on this specific research, as well as presentations and opportunities to be able to present the work. I didn't have it. So this was my first opportunity. I'm so grateful for it, because it really revealed to me what I can and should be doing in terms of expanding this work. And it wasn't really bad. It wasn't the research is good. It's just executing it, communicating it. And I think it's also a very difficult time for me right now in terms of with my life. So I still haven't really landed my next opportunity related to my work and my research. It's on top of that, and I think I have to give myself the credit really for really trying, for really sort of staying in there, doing my best in terms of staying afloat. And I'm still here, I'm still alive, and I'm still surviving, and I think that's a really important thing I need to consider, and I have some better answers to the questions that they asked me regarding the research. I'll probably think of it in the next day or two. But in any case, that was my experience. I'm so grateful, and I'm so grateful I've had the opportunity to present on Afghanistan, because I actually never had the chance to actually, at least in the recent years, in the final years of my PhD, to just present only on Afghanistan. I did mention Pakistan a little bit. Paper itself is going to talk about the linkage, but just focusing on Afghanistan, and it was great. It was great in that sense. I'm really grateful for that, and to do that. And I'm not speaking well right now. I'm purposely doing this video so I can actually record the immediate emotion that I have. And this is going to go in my PhD journey series. I'm going to continue to sort of explore my journey in my doctoral studies, because the journey continues. It never ends, and it would be really tragic if I look at this opportunity, if I look at this sort of disastrous presentation, or if I look at some of these challenging events, and I'm not able to sort of go beyond it, and just because I feel like I bombed in a presentation. The thing is, you're going to bomb. You're going to have these moments where you're not going to perform at your highest. There are so many reasons why I didn't perform, in the highest. It didn't have anything to do with, the timing. Like I mentioned, with respect to the challenges that I'm facing personally with my health and with my, livelihood and just figuring out the next step in my life. This transition is just keeps going, and this is sort of what's keeping me together, being able to focus on this. And this is really hard stuff, to be able to communicate a lot of these concepts while you're facing significant challenges personally, including depression and anxiety. And my gosh, the anxiety that I had before this, it was like as if I was reminded of my zip lining experience in Georgia. Like, as I was going up to zip line, the longest zip line in Georgia, I could feel my body, like the pain radiating throughout my entire body, and that same amount of pain was pain that I recognize that I get when I do public speaking events. And particularly when I do public speaking, when I haven't prepared fully for it. It could have gone better, but I'm really proud that I showed up. At least I showed up for this. And thinking about Afghanistan, thinking about Palestine, there's so many odds against their survival, and I feel like there's been so many odds against me as well. So I feel like it really connects to that narrative and that theme. And I'm gonna keep trying, and I'm gonna keep pushing forward, and I have another opportunity to do so in the next month. I'll do my best to figure out a way to make this work and keep working on this, keep advancing the research, and that's the idea, to keep it going. So yeah, that was my experience. These are my reflections with regards to my experience coming back into the scene of academic presentations. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope we continue to have these difficult conversations. These conversations are difficult to have. Like, not many people end up like recording themselves from after doing a presentation at 4 a.m. in the morning. So it's a very difficult conversation, especially in being able to articulate yourself at 4 a.m. in the morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and have like a big, huge sort of sigh of relief, and a cry as well, and then I'm going to move on and just keep treading on this path. So thank you so much for listening. Hope we continue to have these conversations. I look forward to sharing with you the next few videos in the PhD journey series. Thank you so much, and take care, and see you in the next video.